So we're looking at the Glossina species of organisms. Glossina species. So Glossina species, they are popularly what is known as the Tsetse fly. Alright, if I've ever come across anything like human African trypanosomiasis, the Chagas disease, which is also known as the American trypanosomiasis, the main causative agent implicated there is what is known as the Tsetse fly. Right, so we're just trying to look at a brief microbiology of the Tsetse fly, which will basically prepare us for the next round of talking about the possible disease conditions that can be caused by the Tsetse fly. So looking at key characteristics of this organism, so that geographical distribution is mainly found in what? Equatorial Africa, right? That's a belt region in the middle Africa. We're not saying they cannot be found in other places, but we're just saying they are mainly found at that region. So morphology, they're actually larger than the domestica musca, which is known as a housefly. Of course, the housefly is what we see every day, so most of the times they use it as a yardstick to like compare between different flies. So the color of the fly varies according to the species. Like the Glossina paupalis is dark or blackish, while the Glossina moristans is brownish. Alright, but similar to musca. Alright, so talking about their characteristics now. For their head, right, so they have arista, though not labeled, okay, but they have arista with branching hairs on the dorsal side. They have proboscis. Of course, proboscis is this mouth that is like their straw sucking out juice. Proboscis is the mouth piercing and sucking blood in both males and females, right? Then maxillary palps, they are single segmented as long as the labium, right? So the labellae are small and toothed, alright? So that's the head now, parts of the head. So talking about the thorax, they basically is formed of 3 segments. Abdomen is 8 segments. Okay, so let's move. Now the most important thing, which is their life cycle. Breeding places, that's places where you basically find these guys growing and enjoying life, right? So they are diurnal biters, right? So they follow animals and man, and prefer human blood. So they breed in shady trees along the banks of rivers and lakes. Of course, that's where if you now go to take a nap, they usually bite you. So metamorphosis is complete. That means they progress from egg to larvae to pupa to adults. So adults are relatively long-lived. So they live about 2 to 3 months and they fly for considerable distances. Female Glossina is larviparous. It gives larvae which are laid singly at intervals of about 10 to 15 days. So the larvae burrows into the soil in a depth of about 5 centimeters, change it to the pupa just after 1 hour. Right? So larvae is rounded, is yellow-white in color with 2 large posterior lobes. Pupa is black, barrel-shaped with 2 posterior lobes still present. The adult emerges though after 1 month. Okay, so that's it for the Glossina species, also known as the Tsetse fly.